Welcome back to Themed Journals. I'm April, the horrible videographer. I'm going to try really hard not to knock you and to stay in screen. So anyway, I've been working on the scrapbook paper for the first Patreon release, and I just wanted to show it to you. Let me stand up so I can look through the viewfinder. No wonder other people constantly do that. All right, so let's see if we can get some light. No, that washes it out. Okay, let's see. Pick up two. All right, so this is page 1. Hope you can see that. All right, let's see if we can. All right, maybe that'll be. This is page 2, page 3, page 4, and page 5. Now, the rule on this is you can use it for personal, commercial use. However, if you use it for commercial use, you must put it in a project that you plan to sell. You may not just upload the file to your site and sell it as is. That is a big no-no, and I will eventually find out about it, and I will report you. And we'll have to go to court over that. Anyway, I don't want to do that with any of you. For the most part, there's honorable people in this community. I've heard some horror stories, though. Yeah, but I spent a lot of time today and yesterday working on this one. So here's a different size of it. I forgot I had a custom setting on my print thing, so yeah, this may not be quite the color that you'll get because my printer is wonky. So the ink, I need new ink cartridges, so that's it's a little bit more orangey than it is on the computer screen. So if you have all of your ink cartridges working, you'll be fine. Yeah, I need to go buy some more. Won't be doing that for at least another month. Oh, it's just been a horrible day. All right, let me put that down so I don't blind myself. Green is your friend, April. Okay, reminding myself to stay in screen. I didn't get anything done today other than the, what do you call it? Scrapbook paper. Oh, it's 12 by 12. Each month you can download the month's scrapbook paper. After that month, that'll be it. You'll have to buy it out of the store if you want it. I'm going to set up a store for the public members that, you know, aren't part of Patreon. But for 30 days, you can download the scrapbook paper for whatever price your tier is. If you don't want to pay tier price, then you can just get the $3.50 one. It's the scrapbook paper comes with that tier. Oh yeah, and the list of names for the tiers I left out by the computer. I've just had a horrible day. So anyway, I want to apologize again for being off screen on the other day when it was the long one, and I'm so sorry. I'm just the worst, YouTube's worst videographer. That would be me. You know what? No, I can't do that right now. All right. So yeah, I'm not pleased with myself at all. All right, so I didn't get around to cutting these out, so we're going to be boring tonight. I just need some mindless stuff to get myself, you know, I haven't eaten dinner. It's 9:30 my time, so I don't think I will be eating too much of anything tonight. Not that there's a lot to eat because I need to cook. I've been meaning to make stew for a week now. Do you think April has taken time to make herself stew? No, because I hate cooking And I know, you know, it would be a good idea for April to do her stew. Yeah. So I'm hangry at the moment. That's never a good price. You should have heard me cursing earlier. Ugh. Ugh. That's all I got to say about that. Trying to give up cursing, and yeah, you know how that goes. Not well at all. All right, so I hope your day was better than mine. Anyway. I got the results back from my car, and my generator is not working, so it's not switching automatically from the gas to the battery. Nothing wrong with my battery. None of the batteries are bad. Or it could be my transmission blew again. One or the other. Either way, I can't afford to fix this car anymore. I bought this car for a total of $93,000, including all the interest, 10% interest that was assigned to me. Instead of rewarding people for reusing old cars, no, they punish you by high interest. Ridiculous. Pissed me off. But anyway, between that and the loans I've had to take out from my aunt and my dad, I've sunk $20,000 into this car. Yeah, and now another either transmission. I need a new transmission, or else I need a new generator. Don't know which. So I'm going to try out CarMax. My dad highly recommends them. So I'll be going there tomorrow and checking out what they've got and how much it is. Because what I've got to do now is to ask whichever bank details the, what do you call it? Is willing to give me a loan, if any. I got to go now and get a consolidation loan. That's what I'm trying to think of. I usually, pay off one car and then buy the next one, and then pay off that car and buy the next one. There's no breaks in between for me. My car breaks down before I can get the loans paid off sometimes. Well, never. Just this time. And now I'm stuck. Big time. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, yeah, no, that's a lie. I do know what I'm going to do. I'll have to go and get, like everybody else in America, get 2 or 3 jobs to pay my bills. So all I do is work. If I can find a job, I'm at that age where no one wants to hire me because, well, I have a lot of knowledge in my brain and they don't want to pay for it. They want to pay me $10 an hour or $9 an hour here in New Mexico. And, yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Well, I do know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to go up to stupid CarMax and see if they'll help me out. If not, I'll go over to a car shop where I bought my Chevy. That Chevy Sonic lasted me. It was a good purchase. The Ford, yeah, not so much. Stay away from the Ford C-Max. Its transmission doesn't last that long. Everybody says, oh, you'll have to buy new batteries. Huh? Try you have to buy new transmissions for that car. All right, there we go. Cute. Yeah, so that's my sad sack story today. And I know people got it worse than me. Of course, no one wants to work on hybrid cars because they're a pain in the neck. So there's nothing I can do about that. I just paid $200 for brand new front lights. My tags are due next week. Well, at least I didn't pay the $100 on that. Thank God. I'll look for the silver lining somewhere. So if I can trade this in, this particular vehicle, if I can trade it in and I can get the loan tomorrow, then I'm going to have to let you all know that, and I'll put it in community, that I will be only doing 2 to 3, maybe 2 videos a week, because I'm going to have to drive hard for the next month or two, like close to 12 hours a day. And if I can get away with more, I will. So that means when I come home, it's just straight to bed for me, and then, you know, no video. No, you know, main video. I'll maybe do shorts or something, but it'll, yeah, my life is a mess. Of course, everybody's life, you know, probably is. Hope yours isn't. Hope you're having a lovely life. But in this world, we're never going to have you know, anything but trouble. I must say, a couple of weeks, I got videos up from now until, I think with this video, it'll be the 4th of February, I'll have it up to. So what I'm doing here is on the tabs that are diagonals, I'm just straightening them up and making them actual diamonds. I know they look diamond-y here, but yeah, trust me, you're not quite a diamond. So for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel, and I'm warning you, I am YouTube's worst videographer. Trust me, it's awful. I'm so embarrassed over that. Oh, yeah. You see, if you want to really see awful videos, you should go back and look at my first, I don't know, maybe 75. It took me about between 45 and 55 videos, maybe even 60 videos, to figure out how to, okay, you know, you watch, it's like this shape on your phone, and it's left to right, and it looks good, and you turn it sideways and it's fills the screen. Well, when I first started, I couldn't figure out how to do that, and so all of my first videos are literally sideways. So no matter which way you turn your phone, it was sideways. It was, well, no, that's not true. If you had it just in the small picture on your phone, it was sideways. If you turned it sideways, then it actually filled the screen. So anyway. And I wish I knew how to do fancy stuff like the other YouTube people do. I could do some fancy stuff, but my phone, if I wanted to do a lot of fancy stuff, I'd actually have to upgrade my phone, and I don't have any extra money for an upgrade right now. No stinking way. Well, we got through the diamonds anyway. So at least they all match. All right. But as you can see with these, some things on the computer I'm good at. Photoshop. I'm very good at Photoshop and digital graphic arts and stuff like that. Very good. Photo manipulations. You want your ex-boyfriend or ex-husband to be Bat Boy? I could make him Bat Boy. If you wanted to make your ex into a tree, I could do that. When it comes to videography and my cell phone, forget about it. I don't know if I'm going to use these. I'll put them aside. I don't feel like fussing with such small things right now. Anyway. All right. These I still have to do a little trimming on. For those of you who have just joined, welcome to the Theme Journal journey. Sorry for all that long introduction. I know I started out by welcoming all the new members. Then I went off on a tangent. My bad. There we go. Pretty good. So, oh, guess what I found in my desk drawer? I found more tabs. I'm so excited. I forgot about that. Remember these punch outs? Well, we can turn them into tabs, and they're already perfect. I don't have to do anything to them except for inking them. That's all I had to do. So I'm going to use those for tabs, these for tabs, yeah. I'm going to be doing tabs for a minute. Yes, and I apologize for bonking this in yesterday's video. I just watched that today, or I should say in today's video, which you'll see, which by the time you get this video, it'll be yesterday's. I bonked the stand so bad that it made like I don't know, a noise that almost was instrumental. It was really weird. So the next thing we're going to do is make the edges of the paper. We're doing ruffle roll ribbons. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So let me show you what I got. Okay, so I have this, and I figured this would be too wide to ruffle, but see how easy that rips? Yeah. So I'll rip all this off and then ruffle these three particular things. Yeah. So I'll be doing the ruffle rolls out of this. This looks and feels like dried leaves or something like that. That's why I bought it. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing next. I'll get out all of the different rolls I have and the different ribbons I got for this. I got like greens and I got browns, a really rich brown I got, and it looks really nice. Okay, this one's out too far still. All right, now that looks better. Yeah, making handmade tabs is a challenge. Once you get the template, then you have to fuss with it and see if it's what you really want. I guess that looks okay. Well, haha. Let me show you a trick. If you're not sure if that matches up, you can go like this. You match it here at the corner, and if it doesn't match over here, then you just go like this. Remember I was giving it the side eye? Well, you can't see me giving it the side eye, but it was. And then if you don't like it still, you can trim off a little bit more, but that's how you do it. Now I like that. Glad I remembered to show you that trick. I'm trying really hard tonight to stay in screen. Green is your friend, April. All right. I just eyeball it. I figured that if it's not quite even, once it's over the sheet of paper, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Once it's over the sheet of paper, let's say this is the sheet of paper we're going to attach this to. All right, so that's the edge of the paper. See, you're not going to see that this is a little off from this side. Now, if you're worse pedantic than I am, or AR or OCD than I am, then you'll notice. And I'm sorry for you. I've met people that are OCD like that. And, I drive myself crazy being a type A personality. I couldn't imagine being a severe OCD person. No. Not making fun of people who are. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I just couldn't imagine it. I've seen people you know, when I went back to college as a non-traditional adult, I walked into the bathroom and this lady girl was washing her hands. I mean, washing her hands. Like, it was religion. Anyway, and I went to the bathroom and I left, and she was still washing her hands. And I recognized that it was, you know, what it was, and I just heart went out to this young lady. Could not imagine. Now, a germaphobe, I'm not. Because my mom explained germs because I would have become a germaphobe, but my mom helped me overcome that. And she said, pretend this table, and she pointed to the kitchen table that we had in our kitchen at the time. She goes, pretend this table has all the germs in all the world. I'm like, ooh. She goes, no, think about it. Now I come along with my soap and water, and I wash the table. And I says, okay, do all the germs in all the world go away? And she goes, 99.9% of them do. I says, what's the 1% that's left on the table? She says, if you use extreme washing measures, that 1% becomes a superbug. And my mom knew this back in the 80s. And yeah, we now have superbugs called MRSA and whatnot. MRSA's not called whatnot, but you know, there's other ones that are just as bad as MRSA. But that's the only one I know for sure that's a superbug. And most people contract that while they're in the hospital, because the hospitals, they use hand sanitizers and they use antibacterials in the hospital. Because now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't use hand sanitizer or antibacterials. I'm not saying that. But there are certain things that, yeah, those work perfect for. But you don't put that in your bucket of soap water and just mop the entire hospital like that. Getting back to what my mom said, she says the 99.9% of the germs that are in the world we need. I was like, why do we need germs? Yuck. And she says, we need germs because they keep us healthy. I says, what do you mean? She goes, well, certain germs keeps us from contracting worse diseases, like of the skin or whatever. And so that really stuck with me. So thank God I didn't become a germaphobe, because I was really freaked out after going, studying some science. When I first had my first science class, I came home freaked out over germs. And that's how my mom explained germs to me. And I was like, oh, okay, I can live with that. Good germs. Avoid the bad germs. So soap and water is, what I grew up using. Now I've got hand sanitizer on every single person I own. Not that I want to encourage, the bad germs. It's just that, my job, there's just times when you need that antibacterial. But the funny thing is I remember my mom buying handy wipes, what they called handy wipes. Now they call them, I don't know if they have any handy wipes anymore, but that's what the brand name was called. And it was like a wet wipe for kids and adults. And that's what we took on like road trips and stuff, and we'd wash our hands with that. And it didn't have antibacterial in it either. So anyway, I don't know how I got off on tangent on germs. Anyway, I guess I'll have to go back and rewatch the video. Let's see. I don't know what it is about this side. It seems to be a little bit whiter. And then I trim one side and I have to trim the other. I don't know. My really pointy pencil, my other yellow pencil, I don't know where it went to. It vanished, and I don't know where it went to. See, that's straight, and this sort of goes out. So I'll trim this side, watch. Trim the side, just a skosh, thinking, is that enough? All right, let's look at it from the pedantic point of view. Oh, look at that. They don't match. Still don't like this side. All right, we're gonna call that good. So you can see I've used different papers for each, you know, for these tabs. So there'll be an eclectic set of tabs. All right, so I hope I haven't gotten my big fat head in the way. Instead of being off screen, I just put my head in the screen. Yeah. That's good enough. So shout out to my friend Erica for giving me some of her stash. I'm using it today. All these papers are from your stash that you gave me last year. My goal for this year, depending on how whacked out my life becomes, is to not buy a single thing this year. And I just make stuff from what I've got. And if I don't have it, tough. Use something I've got. So I'll have to do a series. Using what I got series. No purchasing. And no, I won't cheat and have someone else buy it for me. Nope, nope, nope. So I thought that would be a fun series, quite frankly, because, you know, we all have stuff in our stash and we hoard it. Time to let it go. And for those of you who are new in Patreon, I am not going to be working on the spring journal. I'm working on one individual journal, and that's all I'm making, not making multiples. And so it'll be a easy, laid back, you know, video to watch. If I can keep it in screen, that is. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Anyway. So the next video comes out next week. I figure I will do the release on the last for the scrapbook paper on the last day of every month. Then I will do the second and third weeks of every month will be the release of the videos. Yeah, I have to see if well, I can upload it to my okay, this is what I discovered. Patreon does not want to host videos for us. And so you can put a link to your video, but you have to figure out how to host it. Well, I've put it on my Google Drive for my put it on my Google Drive, and when you click it, it'll just pop up. The link will pop up right in front of your screen, and you can watch it. Yeah, that's what I'm having to do, is host my own videos on my Google Drive. And you know, they only give you 15 free gigabytes. That's it. I accidentally opened my junk mail email. It's like, what is this? And I'm reading and I'm like, oh, this is the junk mail folder. Oops. Oh yeah, true story. All right, this is the one that's bothering me. And then this now will bother me. And I can live with that. So yeah, learning how to do Patreon and stuff like that has been a challenge. I know, I'm computer illiterate. But for those of you new, I call myself a tweener. I learned in high school. We had computers in high school, but it was only Cobalt. So we all learned how to use Cobalt. And I learned on a Word DOS system called WordStar. And WordStar was completely different than Microsoft DOS. And when I went to college the first time, the school that I attended only had Microsoft DOS on the computer. That was it. And of course, the snot-nosed brats back then didn't want to help me learn how to use it. What the commands were, they were just like, oh, you just need to do this and this, and then they would leave and they would not come back and help me. So I ended up always having to go to the, what do you call it, the typing center and type up all my papers, old-fashioned way. And then once I went into the workspace back in the day, shortly after I entered the workspace, I ran into WordPerfect Windows. Oh, I fell in love with WordPerfect Windows. I was like, yay, no more Microsoft. And now no one uses WordPerfect anymore. They all use Microsoft crap. Yeah. And of course, they're always upgrading, and they're taking a perfectly good system and destroying it and making something crappy like Vista. Don't get me started. All right. All right, we're going to take another skosh off of this one. All right. All right. Now, after all this, you know, is lined up, what we'll do, let me switch gears, get rid of some of this mess I've made, and let me show you what I do in the next step after I get all this done. And I will try not to bore you too much with the inking, because there's a lot of inking to be done for this project. It's probably the inkiest project I've ever done. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just a different project. Each project has their own little fun things, little quirks, new learning curve. Yeah. So I go around on both sides and I ink it like so. All right, so I get that far, and then what I do, where is it? Oh, here it is. Right in front of my face is I put it in here, give it a little punch. And then what I do, all right, and then after that, I fold it open. Remember all these little pieces that I've been saving? You're thinking, what is she going to do with all that trash? Well, here's what April's going to do with it. I'm going to use it. And this is all what most people would throw away after they're done with it. These are the envelopes, the acetate from the envelopes you get like your stickers on and your little pieces of paper and stuff like that. And I even cut up and use Tim Holtz's inside of Tim Holtz's stuff. Sometimes I'll use that as well. So yeah, I know. All right, so let me just show you real quick what I'm doing with this. Okay. Now, put on your little piece of acetate. And yes, I have normal pieces of like papers that I could use for this. My transparencies, I was going to use transparencies for this, but do you think I can find them now? No, I cannot. All right, so I got these teeny weeny little butterflies, and these are pain in the neck. So forgive me if my big fat head is in the way. I don't have any nails. That's part of the problem right there. All right. Then I use these tweezers to lift it off the rest of the way. And then, hope you can see this. Oh, got glue there. All right, so I put it right here in the window. All right, like that. Let me get glue off my fingers before I put it on here. And then, how adorable is that? It's a little tab that has a little specimen window in it. And so I've done quite a few of these, as you can see over here. So I'm getting a crack on it, but yeah. All right, and then for these, we want to go around like so. So we will have different types of, you know, tabs. It'd be really cool. Now this one, I could do a little window. Let's try it, shall we? This is what I learned from the last time I tried this. I was like, yeah, okay. Need a straight edge. Okay. So we're going to go. Now my big fat head will be in the way. Let's see. Is this inches? Yeah. All right, let's start here. Let's see. Let's measure this first. 2 inches. So that means I can go from here. 2 inches from here to here. So I want 1 inch in the center. I think that's, no. Needs to come down just a skosh more. I think that'll do. Right. Now for this, you'd have to be very patient with stuff. Yeah. That should do. All right. Sorry for my big fat head being in the way. All right. Let's see if we can get this out. Yes, yes, we can. Oh, that'd be a cute little something. I'm obsessed, I know. All right, so what we're gonna do now is follow, see how that scored this side? Now we just have to follow the score line. Yeah. So this side should be technically easier if I can cut in a straight line that's already there. Because, all right. Hang on. Oh, there we go. All right. And here we go. All right. Now what we'll do is emphasize all the edges. Never let a good scrap go to waste. All right. Now all we do is the same thing again. Okay, that should do. All right. Get the glue out. All right. There it is. Then we'll get another one. Yep. All right. All right, now we need to decide what we're going to put in here. Hang on. I got some teeny weeny stuff in here. Let's see if we can find something. Hang on, hang on. All right, hang on. Because, you know, the teeny weeny stuff likes to go to the very bottom. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got. Put it back as we decide that it's not teeny weeny enough. Let's see. Call collect. I don't know if I'll ever use that. Where are they? They were so small you were thinking, what can I do with it? Oh, all right, let's see what we got here. We're gonna pretend that. All right, we got one side. All right, so don't let me put that on the floor. I had 510 pickup tonight. No, thank you. All right. Now, this is the advantage of using archival ink. I know not a lot of people do. I've only seen maybe one other channel use archival ink. There's nothing wrong with that, but this is why I like it. Now, this is a water-soluble glue, so it warps everything. That's okay. See, it'll stick to this adhesive until we can get it into place. All right, now we need something for that side. Hang on. All right. No, I think this is the stuff we just, yep, that's the one I just put in there because it's small enough like that. I could stamp something on there. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. What's this number? Number 1301C. Yeah, those are too small. Yeah, too small. I know I got some other teeny weeny stuff in here. Hang on. Bear with me. Oh, maybe I should this. Yay for teeny weeny stuff. So when you use archival ink, this is the point I was making about the archival ink. Sorry, I sort of went off on a brain fart. Is that the water soluble glue doesn't make the ink run. Now, if you like running ink, go for it. Now, another fun fact about water soluble stuff is that it will warp what you're working on. Now, most people don't want the warp, but the interesting thing about the warp is that interesting thing about the warp is that doing this field note journal thing, I'm liking the warp. All right, so yeah. All right. So what I'm doing now is covering up, giving background to the, oopsie. Looks like we need to put a little bit more warpy glue there. Didn't quite get it. No. Ooh. Oh, would you stop with the glue on your finger, April? All right. There. There you go. How cool is that? All right, we did something new tonight. Yay! I'll put that there. I'm going to keep these. Yeah. All right. So that brings us to our logical conclusion tonight. I'm going to let you all go because I've had a long day. It's after 9:30. I'm still hungry. I need to go get a swallow of water so I don't aggravate myself too much tonight. Thank you so much for joining me on this theme journal journey. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and share this video with your friends. I hope you've had fun making some specimen windows, or at least watching someone else do it. Specimen tabs, sorry. I can't do anything with this until, well, anyway, what I'm going to do to keep this in place is let's see. Oops. Oh, I almost whacked the dickens out of you guys. Sorry. I know I did it again. Sorry. I think I'm just going to put this here and just hold it in place so that I know where everything is when I get around to sewing it. I can't sew it until it's on the page, and the pages aren't ready yet. I'm preparing the pages. So anyway, I will be continuing to fold these. I'm going to get through these tonight and then get to all that inking, and then hopefully we can come back and do these tabs together tomorrow night. So we're going to be on tabs for a couple of videos, but sometimes just repetitive stuff makes you feel good. So anyway, you all have a lovely evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you may be, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.